Audience, there comes a special time in a commentator's career when you have to look at a movie that, in all means, is beautiful, gorgeous in its animation, and is kind of, actually, no, not just kind of, incredibly dumb in everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, Pedros and Dwibs, absent Shirois and absenteos, this is Romeo and Juliet, sealed with a kiss.
This is one of those European animated movies?
Actually, no. This is
it's not, actually. It's American.
Huh. Basically, this is made by former Disney animator Phil Nibbling.
Oh, right. Isn't it one of the 90s Renaissance guys?
Absolutely. See, there was this time, well, actually, it still is, but, especially in the 90s, there was a trend of former Disney animators, breaking off from Disney to do their own thing. You know who.
Yeah.
Basically, this was one of Phil Nibbling's pet projects when he went off. I mean, this was going to be his big magnum opus. Back in the day, Phil Nibbling decided to make his own rendition of the story, Romeo and Juliet, only this time out in the Arctic with sea lions. It's beautiful.
So he's going the Lion King route, taking a Shakespeare story and doing it with animals.
Yeah. It has good intentions, I'll give it that. See, here's the thing. This is back before Kickstarter was even a thing. In fact, Kickstarter was not a thing at the time. And this was sort of, well, let's just say being an animator didn't exactly get you a good resume.
A budget of $2 million. How does this movie look so beautiful if it only had that budget?
And here's where the big thing comes in. Phil Nibbling not only self-funded this, but he did a lot of it, as in he was practically everything. He was the director, he was the producer, he was the writer, he was the lead animator because, well, he got into Disney for a good reason. He was also the one who managed to get the rights for a lot of music they used in this, and in fact was kind of one of the songwriters.
It's probably a caterer.
So basically, he's pulling a Tommy Wiseau here.
No. Actually, Pedro goes even further. He was
Robert Rodriguez.
Even further, Dwibs. He was the editor. He was the he was the guy who supplied the whole thing, and the technology supportress, and he was also the caterer too. And here's the thing. A lot of his stuff, actually, he had his own studio, which was kind of in his basement, and he had to have a lot of his family help out in the making of this movie, which really comes to show with the voice acting.
Oh no, please tell me he didn't get his family to do the voice acting.
Oh, yes, he did!
Oh man, it's Chaos, it's the movie equivalent of Chaos Wars. No.
So yes. What do you get when you mix together the making of Chaos Wars, also with the film tactics of Robert Rodriguez, Tommy Wiseau, and beautiful, gorgeous animation? Lady Dwibs and Pedro, This is it.
Despite the film's negative reviews, it won an award for Best in Show at the Southwest Film Festival.
What an accomplishment.
It's because of the animation.
Trust me. Okay, after this, I'm going to show you some clips of Chaos Wars. Trust me, it's hilarious.
I've already seen them.
Okay then.
Basically, audience, if you've seen the many reviews, including Bob Show's Hilarious If You Ask Me review, you may know what you're in for, but for those who haven't seen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the pretty animation because that's going to be the only thing really helping you, in my opinion.
All right then.
So
okay,
basically,
before we start, I should mention what Phil Nibbling did after this film came out.
Go ahead.
Okay.
He did storyboard work on Wolverine and the X-Men, and work on 101 Dalmatians, The Further Adventures of Thunderbolt. That's it.
Let's just say he's no Don Bluth.
His career pretty much sank after this movie.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because beforehand, he did stuff for, like, The Fox and the Hound, Banjo the Woodpile Cat, The Black Cauldron, The Great Mouse Detective, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Oliver and Company, An American Tale.
This is a common thing. It also kind of happened with Don Bluth eventually,
and also Richard Rich.
At least with Don Bluth, it took years for him to, hit that point, and he still made a lot of classics.
Yeah, as Zootopia showed by having 6 story writers, the strength of Disney animation is the team effort. You know, the fact that they all get together to make the story better, whereas this is just one of them. You know.
Yeah. So
Well,
basically, audience, so we're
yeah.
going to start right before the Phil Nibbling Productions logo pops up. Yes, this was produced by Phil Nibbling Productions.
All right, are we all ready then?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
then.
then.
Go ahead, Jova.
3, 2, 1, click.
Whoa.
A nibbling family production or something.
Trying to
Yeah.
compensate for something, Phil?
Poor guy. I mean, I get that he had good intentions, but this is not the way you go about doing it, I'll just say.
All right, let's see. I'm actually curious now. Awesome. High five this.
Yeah. So yeah, of course, we start off with actually pretty good animation, and I hate to say it, he actually does some good CGI for the time.
It looks alright, I guess.
Well, for 2007 standards, I suppose.
Yeah, it looks alright, I guess.
Basically, he
The
was
water-
capturing the old hand-drawn things, which were kind of becoming
So
a bit
basically,
less used.
so basically, we would have to wait for Tom Moore to come out and make well, okay.
This is a
Okay.
Berlin
Oh,
Wall commentary.
so they're also going to add a racist element to it.
It's pretty much the typical story of Romeo and Juliet, except in this case, the families are just deciphered by what color their skin is.
Okay.
That's racist. Ding.
And yes, there are no famous actors in this. Pretty much everyone is either Phil Nibbling's family, Phil Nibbling himself, or random people. And
Is this
friends.
is this Phil narrating?
No.
Mood swing much?
What?
Yeah.
The fuck? What the
Wait,
fuck?
we went from racism to delete.
Yeah.
And now we're in the.
What?
What
We're in
the-
Happy Feet?
Okay, wait. Did a completely different writer took over?
See, yeah. Here's the thing. This film has a tendency to fluctuate in more ways than one.
This movie's gonna have some major tonal dissonance, isn't it?
It's Romeo and Juliet trying to be kid-friendly.
Yes, the story
Yep.
where the two lovers literally committed suicide is trying to be told in yeah.
Hey, it's a similar issue to that Romeo and Juliet film.
This is exactly the main problem I have with animators trying to make kid-friendly versions of Shakespeare's stories. Shakespeare's stories are dark as fuck. You can't adapt them into this.
Yeah, I mean, heck, even in Lion King, which was rated G, they still had to kill someone to, have it be like it. And here's Mercutio.
What the hell is going on?
Basically, if you've seen Romeo and Juliet, this is what leads into the iconic starting fight of the show.
I know, but they give us no context whatsoever.
Yeah, that's one of many issues.
Also, those faces.
Also, I get this was, I guess, also, normally I'd say it sounds like they recorded this in a loft as a joke, but
They actually did record this in a lot, probably.
Yep, they did.
Which would be fine if they at least did some effort into the performances, considering the budget they had, it's understandable, but...
It probably
you
didn't
could
help
have
that
at
they were
least tried.
Yeah. Probably didn't help that they were pushing for a theatrical release.
Yeah, and how well did that work out?
Let's just say Sony Pictures ain't gonna be doing any more deals with Nibbling these days.
Okay, I'll say
So
for the
ba-
audience,
okay.
it cost $2 million to make and made a grand total of $463,002.
So basically, when it comes to animators trying to revive Android animation, we had to wait a few more years for Tom Moore to give us Secret of the Kells and Song of the Sea. All right then. Which is interesting because Song of the Sea also has seals.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as
I love this picture here of Phil Niblink in his studio working on the movie.
yes, it's his basement, which is
Oh,
a shame because which is the same because, like, well, as much as I make fun of this movie, I will not deny that the effort does show in a lot of areas.
Okay, I get it. The two clans hate each other. Can we actually get some explanation, context?
Yeah.
Also, you can't. Also, you're trying to portray this as a war while the two other characters doing wacky hijinks.
It's kind of
consistent.
This is the kid-friendly kind of war.
Consistent tone. What the fuck is that shit?
Well, it's not just that, but it's the fact that it's with seals. I mean,
now violence.
Get it, guys? Get it? Sealed with a kiss. Ha 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 ha.
That's the idea, Dwibs.
And now wacky hijinks. We literally went from the seals biting each other violently to wacky hijinks. You can't do
that's the thing with this movie.
This is referring to the fallen level of inconsistent tone. You can't do this. Don't get me wrong. You can make a movie where you have comedy and serious stuff, but you have to transitions. You have to transition.
Unless you're Deadpool.
Well, yeah, but Deadpool was a comedy anyway, so. I mean, even the dramatic parts of Deadpool, they didn't take them all that seriously anyway.
True, and when they did have some true dramatic moments, they made sure not to interrupt them. And yeah, we're only a few minutes in, and already you guys are starting to see where I'm coming from with this movie's infamous next.
And now we're transitioning into artsy stuff.
What the
hell? Here comes Phil Nibbling's character.
Let me guess, completely new original character that has nothing to do with the novel. Or play.
No, he plays this film's equivalent to the Prince.
Oh.
Which is an elephant seal for some reason.
Excuse me? What the hell am I looking at?
The Prince is an elephant seal. Mind you, every other seal is a sea lion. So, yeah, what the heck is an elephant seal doing where sea lions habituate?
See, even that guy is going, what the fuck?
What?
That's Phil Nibbling voicing the Prince.
Am I supposed to understand what he's saying? Because I don't. I'm sorry, I'm kind of chewing on this road.
And this film took 4.5 years to make.
Is that the...
Basically, the prince is threatening anyone who disturbs the peace of the island with being banished to Shark Island.
I guess he sentences to death.
Is this the Mountain of the Devil or some shit? I don't... What the fuck is going on?
See what I mean? Good animation, but dear lord, is everything so stupid. Everything else, anyway.
Yeah, the animation is good, especially when you consider its budget. Definitely. I mean,
and it's all hand-drawn.
I've seen movies with way worse animation on this level of a budget. For the budget, it has $2 million. The animation is actually pretty impressive for the kind of budget it had.
So yeah, the voice work was actually done in his basement.
Yeah, and you see, that's the most bittersweet thing about this film. It's like, well, there is like so much goodness buried underneath the layer of everything else. It's just
the animation only so far, honestly.
Wait, hang on.
That's exactly it, Pedro. The animation is... Yeah.
That little transition there from that mountain shot where the birds were separating before it cut to another scene, I swear the seals just vanished.
So, yeah, that happened.
Yeah. Actually, Pedro, you're right on the money with that. The animation is the one good thing, but it's so much potential that's what makes this all a bittersweet thing.
Wow, this movie sounds like it was recorded in the 1980s.
Yeah, it was recorded in the 80s, but they found the recordings later on, but they didn't bother cleaning them up.
Now, I should probably also mention something later on. Oh, there's Romeo.
Wait,
look, Simba. Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
But does that mean that our cave is not part of our kingdom? Yeah, I never understood that. Like, there are plenty of spots in your kingdom where the sun doesn't reach.
Well, Simba, if you go in those things, a hyena will come and eat you.
So that's Romeo. Okay, let's meet Romeo then.
So
Yeah,
Romeo is
there's a really awkward thing about Romeo in this movie.
he's Simba. Wait, and there's Zazu.
Oh, he's sad. Why is he sad exactly?
Well, you remember the original story of Romeo and Juliet. Romeo pines for true love.
Well, yeah, I know, but and total dissonance again.
That's right.
What?
Okay, Phil. Okay, what? No, what the hell?
It's two to you.
I hear you, Benvolio. I think I'm gonna be sick too.
Okay. You know what, people? Say what you want about the gargoyles in the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but at least when the movie got serious, it got serious.
Oh, don't worry, Angel. This movie's also gonna get serious.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this movie should not be a comedy. You can have comedy. It's just that you're doing it wrong. You can't. And now the sad music
And now
again.
somber piano music. His eyes. Notice now. There's something a bit awkward about Romeo.
And here's a
What?
musical number.
Yeah. Oh,
Remember,
okay, this is
the
probably
former Disney animator from the 90s.
This
So
comes out of
This is
nowhere.
this is probably a good time for me to mention here about the music. Let's see.
It's all
where
licensed
is it?
music.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. The film has no official composer, nibbling to spot melodies from royalty-free music compositions and wrote lyrics for the music. So this may sound familiar to you, but it's got nibbling-inspired lyrics. And talking apparently constitutes as singing.
I guess.
Well, I guess he can't sing, so
Oh, don't worry, he's gonna try to sing later.
oh boy.
The keyword being try.
Okay, I get. Yes, it's true. In the original play, Romeo did indeed yearn for finding his true love, but he had a character beyond that. And so far, I mean, couldn't you at least establish who he is before we jump into the love thing?
This bear's sad face earlier, he reminded me of that guy from that Blind Side movie. He always had the same expression for all of it.
Probably doesn't help that they're trying to scrunch the story of Romeo and Juliet into a 73-minute movie. Yeah, that can't possibly fail at all.
You know, his voice recordings sound about the same as our quality of recordings.
And that's sad
Paris
because we
the
don't have
Budget,
budgets.
Our quality is, yeah. And besides this, sometimes our quality recording is actually better. When
Yeah,
we're
we don't have $2 million budgets.
Oh, the fish. Goody. That fish is voiced by Nibbling's own little precious joy daughter.
Oh, fun fact, guys. Back in 2005, they had a competition or a giveaway where the prize was a DVD copy of this film and a toy seal. Guess how many copies were given? And Jova, don't go reading the wiki.
The wiki.
Don't go.
70?
Go.
Hey, Joe?
I don't know. 6? I don't know.
10.
Oh, really?
Oh.
And now,
Yeah.
moon? Look at that moon. Isn't it beautiful? Excuse
What?
me?
Uh,
What the hell?
and now,
Alfred
and
Seals
now we
of the
bring
Caribbean.
and now we bring you to the ship from Little Mermaid. No, seriously.
Yeah, it is. No, I know exactly
my
what you're talking. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Jesus.
They're
Phil,
even
now
gonna
you've
rip off the Ariel meeting Eric scene too.
Okay. Okay. So this is. I don't. What?
It's like he just took bits from all the movies he's ever animated and put them in one. But he couldn't full well call it a highlight reel, so he just made it a movie.
Why are the seals parting in this ship exactly?
Again, this is like Happy Feet.
Because it's on cap territory, and because sea lions can go on land, yo.
This is like Happy Feet. I mean did George Miller? What if George Miller actually saw this movie?
Hey, at least give Happy Feet credit. That movie at least established its plot. It was actually fun. And now rolling around
Oh my god,
the
that sound
snow and
That sound was so out of sync.
Yeah, the sound is out of sync.
Yes.
You had
Oh,
3.5 years to work on this, and yet you couldn't get the sound to sync right.
You know, I'll just quote Bob Shaw when he called what this movie is. Beautiful crap. Gorgeous animation, but it is marred by everything else. Oh yeah, I really hate what they do with the prince in this movie.
What is this thing even? Why is this thing even here? I don't get this.
Wow, Pedro, you exactly sound like Bob Shaw when he talked about the Elven seal.
What is this? What is that thing even? Is it a mutant seal? Why is it so big, and why is its nose so big? What is going on?
By the way, oh hi, Juliet.
God, this sound so fucking out of sync.
Yeah, it's like my videos.
Hey, Pedro.
Yeah?
Remember how in the original Romeo and Juliet tale, you know, the prince was a neutral force and, you know, it was someone else he was trying to get Juliet's hand in marriage?
In here, he's just evil.
Not only that, but he's the one who wants to marry Juliet now.
Of course.
Now, mind you, this got the story.
We're back here.
The seals have crabs. What the... I don't...
Oh, hey, I remember that jazz piece. Because I've heard it somewhere else outside this movie. Come on, Nibbling, couldn't you have tried to... Well, I guess you didn't have that much.
Maybe he could have bought a synthesizer or something.
And now the reason Romeo even meets Juliet is because he just wants to save her from a creep. Which I guess is kinda...
Wait, is this gonna be cyberbully, where a guy tries to they try to save someone from a boy, but it turns out that it made the whole thing worse.
I can't get the cap off.
Cap off. Guys, I think this film's missing something.
A plot? A plot?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
A plot?
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go on an excursion to find the plot and also go to the toilet at the same time. I'll be right back if I can find it.
All right.
Okay. Hopefully he finds it. What time are you guys at?
I'm at 17:09, 10, 11, 12.
Oh. Okay. I'm at 17:56.
Okay. This is incredibly awkward, by the way.
And you'll have to be a bit more specific.
The whole thing is awkward to watch. This entire dance is awkward to watch.
Yeah. It's always sad when you see a former Disney animator kind of embarrass themselves like this. And I mean no disrespect, but...
As if Don Bluth wasn't bad enough.
Again, like I said, Don Bluth's descent into that was more gradual. And even still...
56, right?
Yeah, I don't know, 50... Yeah, 56.
And... click. There you go.
At the very least with Don Bluth, even the worst of his movies could at least be considered coherent, at least.
Troll in Central Park is coherent? You're gonna have to explain me how, because...
Never mind.
Also, how the hell is Rockadoodle coherent? Anyway.
Well, I mean that, like, well, script-wise, narrative, as opposed to this.
Well, give him some credit. The voice acting in this is still better than Carol's Wars, but that's the fact that that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
At least Juliet is not Karen, where Karen looks like she's on horse tranquilizers. And here's our true love at first sight.
Yeah, only it's a bit creepy. Hi. First words of love.
Subtlety be damned. Of course, it's an old. It's trying to go for the God.
Honestly, I don't think
what
we
was the
can
song
even
called?
say
What was the song from Little Mermaid called? Kiss the girl. That's
part
it.
of your world.
Kiss the girl.
Kiss the girl.
Kiss the girl. That's it. Wow,
Love is
really?
in the
Really? We're
air.
jumping straight into this? Really? We're not even going to have the two at least, talk more than just say hi to each other?
Also, how are they floating and flying in the air? Well, it makes sense that they were underwater, but they're clearly on a ship above water.
Oh, boy.
Okay, this VOH player hates me. Yeah.
So, I mean, where did the other seals go?
Can't you feel the love tonight?
Anyway, where are you?
Okay, I have scoured everywhere I could.
Are you around the 19s?
No, 2048, 49.
No, I'm there too.
Okay, come on.
Basic Webs, they're ripping off Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid.
Anyway, guys,
And
I'm back.
they're
You know where are you, Jova?
trying to get the player to go.
Anyway, I got back from my excursion to find the film's plot.
Let me guess, no luck.
I'm at 2126.
Okay, 2126.
Basically, all I could find was everything but Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That explains where we are then.
What did you say, 2126?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And... Click.
Go.
Thank goodness I'm the one who's seen this movie.
I could be
And
watching...
he eats him.
What? I see, just ate him like that.
That's... Oh no, he's black!
That's racist.
And here's another issue that comes. See, now it's the prince that's the antagonist, except remember his role at the beginning where he said that if anyone were to disturb the peace, they would be sent to Shark Island? Well, now the prince is kind of the one going against his own rule. See, in the original story, it was, I think, a cousin of Juliet's that was trying to marry her and led to a whole confrontation.
I mean, Romeo and Juliet had problems, but it was a lot better than this. It did have a decently executed flashback and everything regarding one of the characters. This is just completely bad. I mean, basically, while you were gone, all Romeo and Juliet said to each other is hi, and then they immediately went for the true love thing. There you go. They
even had a song called "Love Is in the Air."
Yeah, love. I mean, they're in love because they say hi to each other.
I could be watching any of the movies I bought today right about now.
Well, hey, at least you guys could say there's plenty of material to work with in this movie.
I could be watching True Grit or A Beautiful Mind or Whiplash or Bound or even Deep Blue Sea.
I've actually never seen Bound.
I found Bound at the place I went to, so...
Okay,
Yeah,
and now we're in Kung Fu Panda, that tree thing.
God, I wish. And now we're about to go to one of the more famous Romeo and Juliet scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? That one?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, basically Romeo courting her while she's in her room or some shit.
Yeah. What?
I'm sorry, did somebody just pop some bubble wrap?
Nah, I dropped something.
Oh.
What? Did he just float for like a full second there?
Yeah.
Okay, you know when she said that line, I could barely hear her. It sounded like she was saying...
Well, since you've seen the clip, still better than that chick from Chaos Wars, who sounds like she's on horse tranquilizers. Yeah. Stop it, Nicole. Both of you. I can't move. Is anyone there? Jesus Christ, lady.
And then again, that's from that guy's family.
Yeah. Give some credit.
Oh,
Give some
God.
credit. Phil's family is at least better than whoever that guy's family was.
At least these guys are trying to emote.
True.
I'm not even kidding. There's literally a character in Chaos Wars whose voice, who I swear, is voiced by a 3-year-old toddler.
Maybe he was a 3-year-old toddler.
No, actually, the character himself wasn't. It's just that for some reason they got his 3-year-old toddler to voice it.
Notice something a little awkward about these two. I'll give you three guesses.
I can notice a few things. One, they have no chemistry. Second, they can't sing for shit.
Speaking of singing.
Oh no.
Wow, her singing is, you can even tell her singing is actually edited in a computer to make it sound better, but...
Oh, wow. Even though you don't know who he is.
Okay, Java, go ahead. What you were going to say about these two?
Yes, Jova, say something so I don't have to hear this.
Actually, guys, I'm going to save the third thing for after the song, because not only does the song suck, but it has quite a things that clash with the story.
Okay.
I can barely hear what she's saying. It sounds like she's saying...
And now we're in space.
Because Trippy, Star Child.
I can't tell what she's saying.
Yeah, I have to agree with Wibbs. I can barely make out what they're saying.
Lucky Star. Oh, that doesn't sound generic at all.
Psst, please stop ripping off Pinocchio.
I worry.
Let's see. We have Lucky Stars. We have the tree
What the
from
fuck
Lion
is
King,
happening? Why are they in space? Why are they traveling?
Don't you get it? Don't you get it?
Guys,
Don't you get it, Pedro? They're literally. Don't you get it, Pedro? They're literally star-crossed lovers.
It's Quest for Camelot.
A visual gag.
Joe, this is Quest for Camelot in space.
Actually, no, Dweebs. Give Quest for Camelot credit. That one wasn't nearly as bad. Because, at least Quest for Camelot had good singing.
Yeah, it
well,
did.
that's the visuals that were really the problem.
Yeah, the visuals
How
are
ironic.
fine. The big problem
Not in terms of quality, but
I get what you mean. That side of it's ironic. That's kind of the opposite here.
What?
Only more stuff sucks.
I noticed her lips were moving, but nothing was coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay, yeah. Now here's another issue that Bob Show pointed out. These characters look way too young to be star-crossed lovers compared to all the other seals.
True.
I mean, seriously, compare them to all the other seals, and these two look like they're what? Little kids?
Yeah.
And trust me, there's a lot of sensual things they do. I didn't say sexual, but sensual. Very sensual.
Still creepy.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And the eyes. Dear God, the eyes.
Well, the eyes were always a big part of the play. Them looking at
I get that. Oh, no. It's not so much the eyes being there. It's the fact that the eyes are so big and diluted.
Jesus Christ, her kiss is incredible. It can... She kisses out stars?
And he fell into the sea. Well, if anything, I'm glad it was going to be short at least.
Rip.
It blew him off his feet.
He's over the moon.
And now the background is going apeshit again.
Oh, goody, it's the fish.
Whale,
What?
out of nowhere.
Where?
A whale!
Again, are we in... I mean, I don't...
It's Pinocchio.
I love how he's repeating the exact same frames of animation, except zooming in every time he does it.
What?
Okay, so here's my... You didn't even explain why exactly is the father asking her to marry the prince in this one.
Yeah, well, actually, the prince himself asked, and the prince has to... And the
because-
prince isn't... It's because the prince wants to marry her, and the prince gets what he wants. Go figure.
But they're seals. Seals don't have
What?
Yes, What the... What is this tone thing you speak of?
I don't know.
Oh, get ready, Pedro, because we're not even halfway through yet.
Oh, boy.
Okay, what time are you guys at?
It's like they took two completely different movies and stitched them together.
29, 42.
43.
39?
No, 40.
40.
47.
Wait, you're 40-something?
We're,
no.
29,
Minute.
50.
we're at 29, 53, 54,
Okay.
55. Jesus.
Yes, 2958.
Okay. I'm at, come on, VOH. I mean, however you pronounce it.
VO.
VO.
So, yeah, that happened. Moving on.
Normally I complain, but cause
We're almost,
I think-
we're almost halfway through anyway.
I don't think. Hang on, I've heard this track before somewhere.
Again, Dwebs,
Yeah.
this is all public domain shit that he's using.
Just with lyrics added on.
All right, Joe. You any luck there?
If the VO player will cooperate. Okay, I'm at 3154.
All right, you're gonna have to wait like a full minute.
I'd move it, only this player seems to not like me. It's okay, though. I can pretty much surmise what's coming up. Basically, it's coming up to the Friar, if I recall correctly.
Whoa!
Is he
I
talking
get
to
it.
an otter yet?
Okay. Is this the Ursula of the movie?
No, well, yes and no. I'm just gonna say yes and no. Let's just say Bob Show had a special thing about this character. You'll see.
41 what? Sorry.
3154.
Okay.
What the hell's going on again?
I don't know.
Basically, Dwibs, we're now establishing that this universe has friars.
Because we needed that.
Sea lions have religion.
Woo.
So we're going
Well,
to bring
hey.
religion into this now.
Okay,
Get
Jova.
ready.
3, 2, 1, duh. Yeah, seriously,
Ow.
the sounds.
Nope, sea lions had to go through marriage in order to mate. I thought it was
okay.
just a matter of...
Okay, I don't know whether the video we're watching is out of sync or if it's actually like this originally.
Whatever. The animation is the only good thing. That's basically the gist of it. It's not like we can make out what they're saying anyway.
And here we go.
What the fuck?
Yeah, about Ursula.
On the third sunset, you had to get dear old Princey to kiss you.
Yep, they've even got the visual things going like for Ursula.
Like, seriously. Do
Oh,
what?
you think that's bad? They're also
What?
mixing him in with Rafiki with the whole prophecy thing.
Okay. Is he gonna create some kind of magic to bring the two kingdoms together or some shit?
That's for later.
Oh, hi, Juliet. Where did you come from?
Wait for it.
The music.
Ugh. Creepy. Thank you.
Oh god, this dialogue.
Ugh. I'm sorry, but I see where Bob Show's coming from. It kind of creeps me out too, with these preteens or whatever they're supposed to be.
Oh no, they're doing a wedding scene.
Well, this is a very important scene in the
It's
original
just
story.
like in Romeo and Juliet.
In the original story, Romeo and Juliet married in secret, away from their families.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That'll be in my nightmares for the week. Close up.
Well, actually, Jova, I'm gonna be honest. I've seen Faladay, so this is really tame by comparison.
It's
You've
not so
seen
much
what?
the animation. No,
No,
it's
no.
not so much the animation,
No,
but again, it's
Faraday.
about.
You haven't seen Faraday, have you, Jova?
What's
I
Faraday?
have.
Faraday is a German-made movie about cats, where you literally they literally have cats having sex on screen and everything. It's disgusting as all shit.
Oh, that. Oh, yes. I know about that. I wasn't so much talking about that. I'm talking about how. Well, I mean, with the cats young though, I think they're at least proper aged.
That movie traumatized me. Gave me so many mental scars that this movie is pretty tame by comparison.
Surprised that you never brought that up for a potential commentary.
Because I hate that movie. I don't ever want to see it ever again. Thank
What's it
you.
called? I forgot. What's it called?
Faraday.
Validate? How do you spell that?
Just put it in text.
I thought you told me that you've seen the movie.
No, you hadn't.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen
I
it.
haven't.
I've seen it. I just don't remember what it's called.
Faraday. It's right there.
Thank you.
Okay.
Seriously,
Again, do we need to bring back Phil to film school to teach about tone?
seriously, it's like I want to have equal comedy and equal drama in my movie. How am I going to do that? I know. I'll have them take turns. Drama, comedy, drama, comedy, drama, comedy. It'll be brilliant.
You know, I'm starting to think that really the only thing this guy did was animating at Disney. Which begs the question, maybe he wasn't so good for, doing all the writing and editing. But what would I know? I mean, I'm only a guy who's taking movie making as one of my courses. And now, the Titanic.
What?
Yep, that's the Titanic.
Titanic.
Bob Show had his own special breakdown for that, since he's the guy who actually did the other animated Titanic movie.
Why are we in the Titanic? What the hell does the Titanic have to do with Romeo and Juliet? That's a completely different story.
They're even doing the I'm
different
flying
story.
thing.
You're completely. But
Because all kids will totally remember Titanic.
Okay, can I?
Excuse me.
What?
What?
And now they light up the ship.
What the fuck am I watching?
Neptune.
Yeah, this totally isn't disrespectful for anyone who died on the Titanic.
How did we even get here? Where is?
It said
Because the
Neptune.
Titanic is totally in the
Neptune
North
on the
Pole,
ship.
right?
It said Neptune on the ship earlier.
Oh, so it's not even the Titanic.
No, it is the Titanic, trust me. They just changed the name because,
Copyrights and shit.
But yeah,
How do you
that is the
copyright
Titanic. Huh?
How do you even copyright Titanic?
The James Cameron movie, Dwebs. That basically the word Titanic in the movie, it basically some companies can be stingy like that. Anyway,
Yeah, but make no mistake, Ribs, this is the Titanic. Seriously, even structure-wise. And
I can tell they did that. They did that scene. It's clearly meant to be the Titanic. Clearly inspired by the
Can I
James
say
Cameron.
something?
Go ahead.
Yes.
For a 2007 animated movie, the picture quality looks like it was made in the 80s.
Yeah.
I guess that's sort of the idea. I don't know. Or are you talking about that? Because he did seem to be going for a classical hand-drawn sort of thing.
Yeah, I know, but it just looks off.
What?
Eh?
Oh, right. That's it. Yeah. Probably should have thought this through, you morons.
Yeah.
Racism. Comedy.
Get it? The shrimp called the fish a shrimp.
Okay.
Jazz music.
Is this scene supposed to be scary or funny? Because the music and the visuals are giving me conflicting signals. I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling right now. What's the tone of this scene exactly?
Cobby-ious.
You can't have a chase scene and have this song. You can't.
Unless it's like an intentional parody or something.
Oh, it is. It's a parody of the scene where Jack and Rose get chased. No, seriously though.
Well,
It's Titanic.
Well, yeah, that happened. Let's move on. Wait, what? What the hell was that sound effect?
I think.
What? I don't.
Yeah.
Could someone please explain to me what the fuck just happened? And now we're here. Of course. Perfect segue.
Hey, look! It's that scene from Little Mermaid mixed in with Brother Bear.
Can someone please
mixed in with Peter Pan?
Can someone please explain to me when did we get to Neverland?
Oh my God! It's also
Oh
Narnia.
my god. Okay, really? Now they're a seagull? Really? How many more times do we have to rip off the fucking Little Mermaid? Ah, okay. I guess it wasn't what I was expecting them to do. Okay then.
So somehow they traveled all the way from, I think it's the Arctic North Pole to...
Okay, hold on. I can understand the aquatic beings being discussed by this, but why would the seagull give a shit with this?
Because,
seagulls are part of aquatics.
why not, I guess.
And now they're going to do things behind that.
I
waterfall.
couldn't pull a waterfall right near them. Oh no, not this again.
It's the goldfish. Again, voiced by Phil Nibbling's daughter. Trust me, I remind you this for a good reason.
Ugh.
So yeah, this is the
Yeah, let's bring sex into this now, shall we?
What? No.
They're gonna discuss having babies with the little tyke.
But they're only 12, so this movie's promoting underage teenage pregnancy now.
Starting to see why people get creeped out by this.
So this is this fish is basically the 3-year toddler equivalent of this movie from the Chaos Wars one.
Yeah,
I'm pretty. It's abundantly clear that this girl is like what 5 years old.
I think she may have been 3 at the time. Let me look
there
it
you
up.
go. There you go then.
Let me see. Nibbling said his daughter's voiceover was completely Oh, here's one of the thing. Apparently, with his daughter's voiceover, her voiceovers were completely unscripted. I would take these silly improvs that my little daughter would do. I mean, lines like she would say, "Babies, P.U. I hate stinky babies." I said, "That's hilarious," so I would use it. So yeah, it's completely
Phil,
improv.
get help.
Little bullfish.
Please.
So yeah, enjoy hearing that goldfish whenever she's around. Oh, it gets even better. She has a song of her own.
Oh no.
I can't even understand her.
Yeah, it sounds like she's saying, "If you miss me, I'm here."
She's supposed to be cute, get it?
Well, it's not.
And we're now in the move again.
Not really. Dwebs' Bonnie voice is cuter.
Yeah, and I'm a guy. A 22-year-old man whose voice is deeper by this point. And yeah, I can do high-pitched better and more comprehensive.
Oh, there's that driving sound again. Apparently the goldfish makes it whenever she zooms off. Guys, that totally makes sense, right?
Okay, please, find a tone
Hold
and stick with it.
Hold on.
And
It's time for comedy
this
now.
Is where the comedy also mixed in with terror, because this is where the movie actually tries to be completely serious.
Oh, so,
Well,
so
not
it's
completely serious, but-
comedy mixed with horror, like The Visit.
Yeah,
Only not
Except-
self-aware.
yeah. Wow, Shyamalan does something better.
Well, not that Phil has that great of a track record anyway.
Yeah, I know, but you should be able to at least do something. But Visit aside, something better than post Unbreakable era Shyamalan.
And now we're coming to one of the well-known parts of the play. Well, you may not know which one I'm talking about because it'll make no sense from now.
Again, am I supposed to be laughing or am I supposed to be scared? I don't know. What am I supposed to be feeling here?
See,
Okay.
this is supposed to be that scene where, you know how Romeo has that little altercation with the guy who wants to marry Juliet, the Capulet? Yeah, instead, it's a one-on-one with the prince because...
We need the
Change?
confrontation between the hero and the villain, I guess.
Even though the villain was a Capulet, not the prince was a neutral figure.
Okay. No.
And now Mercutio steps in because, well, anyone who's seen Romeo and Juliet knows where this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Bite.
So yeah, seriousness mixed in with funny.
This doesn't work at all.
This doesn't work. You pick one.
Serious comedy, serious comedy, serious comedy. I'm sure this won't cause any chaos for anyone.
This is...
Okay, look. Story-wise, it made sense when Mercutio was insulting the Capulet, but the prince, the freaking prince, Mercutio was not that dumb in the play.
Friends.
All right.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
We eat it.
Ha, ha.
I don't... Get it? He kills himself because his own...
And they kill Mercutio.
Like I give a shit.
See? It's just like in the play. Mercutio dies. It's totally an adaptation. And Lion King ripoff.
Yeah. Really? That's how he dies? In the most goofy way possible. Wait, he fell in the water? If he fell in the water, then he
No,
shouldn't
he
have
fell
died.
into the rocks and died.
Wait, what?
But if he fell into the rocks, how is he falling into the water after that? Like, did he
basically
literally
fall-
go through the rocks into the water?
I don't
It's
it's
like-
like
it's-
apparently
this is-
rebounded into the water.
This is reminded me of when I saw Snakehead's review of Cutthroat Island.
What? And now both of them fall, I guess? Did I just hear the sound of a door opening or creak?
Yes, you did. Creak.
But why?
Glibs, you explain this. You're the film expert.
Yeah.
Stuff is going on.
Okay, my guess is Phil's wife opened the door to tell him it's dinner time, and he couldn't quite properly edit out everything.
The sad thing is that's actually not too far off of Fury when you think about it.
But honey, I just got 5 more minutes, and I can edit out the crazy stuff.
Wow, really? Just looking at that poster, it looks I can already tell it's a Shinkai film.
Oh boy. So yeah, how do you like it? They killed Mercutio off in quite a gruesome manner, and yet now we're back to this music.
Okay. So, what are we gonna do now exactly?
Oh, banishment, of course.
Why does he get to call the shots exactly? He doesn't even. He's not even related to anyone here.
Because
Because he's apparently the prince, even though he doesn't really have a sense of authority when you think about it, unlike the freaking play.
but we've only got 22 minutes of movie left.
So yeah, the part where Romeo gets banished.
Okay, audio sync again.
Yeah.
The piano is implying that you're supposed to be sad.
Well, I'm not.
Can I offer my reaction to said piano?
Go ahead.
Sure. I have to let. Mind if I share your reaction to him?
Yeah, sure, go.
I don't even.
Jesus Christ.
And now they're going to marry tonight.
What? But
Because
you've
the
only
prince-
just. But you've just been banished.
Yeah, so of course, why not alter the speed?
I don't even.
All right.
What?
Eh?
Oh my God! This is the rock and roll moment of the movie. Okay.
Oh my god, you're right. And oh god.
I think I've got a vague idea why this movie didn't do very well at the box office.
Gee whiz.
No.
What do you? You've cracked out the solution? By all means, tell me. I couldn't possibly figure this out on my own. By all means,
Now
tell
get
me.
ready, guys,
Okay.
because things are about to get more crazy.
The movie was so crap that everyone who saw it told everyone else to not see it. Hence,
Okay, Pedro, you were talking about an Ursula moment, right?
Oh,
If believe it or not. Oh wait, never mind. It's not this part. Now it's Phil Nibbling's turn to sing.
oh, goody.
he's not even singing, honestly. Ooh.
You know, guys, I get the feeling that Phil Nibbling, while he's a great animator, may not be cut out for writing or songwriting.
Yeah,
Or
the same.
singing.
Yeah, the same thing with Makoto Shinkai. I mean,
Wait, what happened
he,
with
he
Shinkai?
he could be a good story writer, but he should get somebody else to write for him.
Or at least help him.
Yeah, that.
Sorry for any background noise, just a plane flying by.
Are you sure that wasn't actually in the audio recording of this movie? It's hard to tell.
Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna have to read Jova. At this point, it's fair game.
I mean, seriously, I hate to say, but the audio recording tech here sounds worse than our audio recording of now. I mean, maybe if we were still using SVR, I'd call it better, but come on. At least we make efforts to keep out any background noises. Ah, well. And song over. So. And scene. And scene. And scene.
Oh no, wait, it's
Scene?
zooming in.
A close-up, you dumb jerk! A close-up!
What? Not that close.
There we go. Took long enough. And surprisingly, there's a lack of sharks at Shark Island, even though we saw one. But who will come to comfort Romeo but goldfish?
Yeah, the premise is really interesting. I just hope this is at least better than Garden of Words. Jesus.
Okay, guys, get ready. You don't like the ocean because it's too wet, and you're a fish.
It's too wet. Really?
Gee, you know, maybe letting your 3-year-old or 5-year-old daughter go on.
Seriously, that's
Okay.
like saying I don't like beds because they're too silky.
Again, reminder, she had no script. It's all improv for her because he thought it sounded cute.
You know what's sad?
Speaking of cute, here we go. Wait. A song.
Meh. What?
Listen.
Twinkle, twinkle. How does this song even relate to anything that just happened?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Okay, musicals number 101, everybody. The songs have to have some kind of relevance to what's going on.
Jesus, this is like Mamma Mia, the animated movie.
And how about his daughter's beautiful singing?
This is like that. This is like that song. In
Well, honestly, I think she's a little better than her father, but not by much.
Now, okay, look, I don't mean to diss
short,
the little
I guess.
girl or anything, but you could have maybe given them singing lessons, got hired a music teacher or something. And I don't mean to disrespect the little girl, but that wasn't very good.
You know what's yeah.
By this point, Joe, the little girl's probably.
You know what's
like
interesting? You know
point.
what's interesting? Song of the Sea had the little girl who plays the one of the main characters sing, and she sings really, really well. I mean,
Oh, goody! Here it comes.
Tonight.
Suddenly they remember that they need echo and reverberation and shit like that.
And now it's back in sync, finally. The audio.
Whatever.
Okay, so, Pedro, did you like how Poor Unfortunate Souls went visually?
I love Poor Unfortunate Souls. It's one of my favorite Disney songs.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you to prep yourself.
Like I've said before, Jova, Ursula is the best part about that movie. Everything else is just, eh.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this?
Here we go. Things are about to get trippier
Beluga,
than
Savruga, come winds of the Caspian Sea?
How I'd wish I'd rather be watching Song of the Sea. Because I'm ramming what Pedro said earlier.
Oh yeah, trust me, Song of the Sea is a really good movie.
And yeah, here we go. How do you have bats in the Arctic? Oh, never mind.
And guess what? It has also a great score that I'm sure you'll probably appreciate a lot.
Oh, look! A spell inside a conch shell.
Some Irish music in the score, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, it really is like. So wait, is he gonna
drink?
Let me guess. He's gonna make her black or brown or whatever.
No. Basically, it's something that's going to make her dead.
Okay, then.
What? She died?
Well, it's like in the original story,
Well.
Dibs. In the original story, both of them commit. In the original story, Juliet commits suicide.
Oh, and look, Mercutio's alive now.
In the original story, Juliet commits suicide. But of course, they couldn't have that in this movie. So
No. Actually, Pedro, no. Actually, Pedro, she didn't commit suicide yet. What they actually did was actually make a potion that made her appear to be dead, so that she could then sneak off to Romeo. This actually is from the original story. However, what I don't understand is how is Mercutio alive all of a sudden? You know, the guy who got killed on screen.
Do you mean the guy who fell through the rocks into the sea?
yeah.
Yeah, that guy. You know, and mind you,
Okay,
Mercutio
so that
is
scene was
supposed.
entirely pointless.
Oh, it gets even worse, Dibs. Mind you, Mercutio is supposed to die in the actual story and stay dead.
Yeah, what they said. It's always the women.
Oh shucks! This is like the 5th woman I was supposed to marry that dies mysteriously. I wonder if there's a pattern.
Something's wrong with me.
Oh my god.
And now, of course, the typical thing where someone goes off to tell Romeo about Juliet being dead.
Yeah, and now okay. Okay, basically, Dwibs,
Here's what happens, Dibs. Basically, okay. Basically, Dibs, the plan is to make Juliet appear to be dead. And this is usually with the original story.
Okay.
Juliet drinks a potion that makes her appear dead. What the problem is that at some point, one of Romeo's compatriots notices that Juliet appears to be dead. And before the friar can, tell Romeo the plan, the other pal makes it off to the place where Romeo is staying, and Romeo goes off to find Juliet apparently dead.
so
Hijinks ensue afterwards, I'll just say.
and Romeo right there and there commits suicide.
And then Juliet wakes up, notices Romeo dead, and kills herself then with a knife.
And that's how the story ends. You see now why I don't understand people, these animators trying to adapt Shakespearean stories into animated family movies. That doesn't work. They're incredibly dark stories.
Oh, yeah, I can totally buy that. Ugh, I'm acting.
Family members.
I mean, okay, yes. Disney did manage to make a good family adaptation of Hunchback of Notre Dame. But yes, it's true. But however, it's true. Nobody dies at the end like in the book. True. However, they still kept a lot of the dark themes from the book.
Patron, who dies in Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Fine. Aside from Frollo, he's the villain.
Well, that's the thing about Disney. Is that's the thing about Disney. For as much as we may joke about them, they do still remember that death is a thing.
Yeah, I know, Joe, but what I mean is, okay, basically, in the original book of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, everybody dies, literally everybody, basically. But the Disney movie obviously only had Frollo die. However, despite that change, they still kept the dark themes of the Book of Religion and all that shit. But whereas this movie is, yeah.
It's something.
Exactly. Well, this movie tries to have some of those dark moments, but it tries to have its cake and eat with it, shall we say.
Yeah. Dark
and now it's time for another song number.
Oh no!
This is like if during the entirety of Schindler's List we had like a clown gonging his horn. Like you.
Yeah.
Wow! What if in
Oh look! It's the highest point at the tallest. Oh, whatever.
What if
Never
like
mind.
in
Yeah, Liz?
What if, like, in The Prestige or something, they turn the magic shows in that movie?
Yeah.
What if they turn them into just just turn it into a clown act or something?
Yeah, well, I get what. No, actually, here you go. During the ending, where they're revealing the big twist, in the background there's like a clown juggling.
The clown's played by Leonardo DiCaprio or something.
Because that's not distracting at all, is it?
Oh my god, that reminds me. Leonardo DiCaprio was in an adaptation of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Wait,
the Bars Luhrmann one.
Who did that? Who did that big thing eat?
I don't. The friar, whatever. I don't care.
Oh no, the birds are reacting.
So, I'm not gonna buy this now. Romeo, there's no way Romeo's gonna commit suicide in this movie.
Oh, you'll see what they do.
What?
What? Oh god! This.
Wait, we saw a dead
And
body.
now,
and now that...
it's time for a song.
But Romeo just saw Juliet's dead
and it's
body.
a rap.
A rap after a
I
tragic scene. Okay, Pedro's going just as insane as the creator of this movie is.
The directing and writing of this movie is beyond nonsensical. It's completely brainless.
No.
And now a chase sequence. Where else? Why in the Titanic again?
Because
What?
I thought. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize. We have entered into a completely different movie.
Oh look, it's even the same boiler room and everything. It's a nice attention to detail.
I don't. I don't. Why is this important exactly?
Because the story of
Because
Romeo and
Regis
Juliet isn't
animation.
interesting enough, apparently.
Yeah, of course.
I've-
That'd be like if you were adapting I don't know. What if you were adapting Jack and the Beanstalk or something, but you had a side plot about some random fairy running away from the evil queen of blankets?
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Yeah, this is not funny.
What?
I think it's differing from attention deficit Jordan. You can literally hear her difficulty to read that line.
Again, it's not
Oh my God,
scripted,
this-
apparently. What?
What? Ah, screw you. I don't...
Finding Nemo did this thing better.
Yeah.
Hell, Shark Tale did this thing better, and that's Shark Tale. Spank him. Oh God.
What?
What? Did that shark just make a dog? Like,
Laugh! Laugh! Laugh!
Even the monsters, even that little creature's going, ugh, whatever. It's like he can't take it anymore.
I don't. I
Now back to seriousness.
I get that you don't have this. Probably don't have the sound for a shark, but why a dog? Hell,
Because
did you
he's
know
running with his tail between his legs.
it would actually
Get
have,
it?
it would actually have been better if they didn't put any sound at all.
And remember how in the original
I
play,
know.
Romeo had to sneak into the crypt? Well, here he just walks amongst a bunch of Capulets, and they let him go right up to the
Oh
corpse.
my God! Please tell me he doesn't kiss her and she wakes up.
Actually, no.
Oh, thank God!
Quite the opposite, actually.
I'm not gonna buy that he's gonna commit suicide. There's no way. This is a family movie. There's no.
Let
way
me
they're
guess,
gonna do
she
that.
kisses him and he dies and she comes back to life.
Wait, what?
Wait, did I just call it?
Let's see. Oh, so it's what I said. He kisses her and she wakes up.
No, he's going to
Wait,
apparently die from it.
what? Wait, so
See, she
so-
apparently has the poison on her lips.
Oh, I get it. I get it. They're basically trying to recreate the thing where they're both dead, but then do a cop out. Okay. All right then.
Wait for it.
Oh, and he's still alive apparently.
Yeah.
What?
Somehow. Wait, who? Wait.
It's like that. It's like that rat in in one of the Titanic animated movies where he's suddenly alive for no reason. Ugh. Dear Lord.
Oh, look, they're dead.
Oh no.
Everyone, wait.
The piano establishes it.
So I half called it then.
Yeah. By the way, give me a time. The player decided to go.
There's no point to this. There's no point to this.
Where are you guys?
108.
1 hour and 8. 1, 2, 3.
All right, I'm at 1 hour. Hold on. I'm at 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 22 seconds.
Okay.
Cool. Shut up, you goldfish!
3,
And
2, 1, go.
Would you believe it, Pedro? They had the goldfish show up during this ever so serious scene. Well, before this,
My ears. No.
Oh,
they're
God.
dead though. Be sad. Without
there's
the
a
stupid
And how
sound
let me guess.
effects.
Let me guess. The first, like, I've had enough of this shit. I'll just wake them up.
What?
And now, Mercutio, you're supposed to be dead.
Look, they're still crying.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Ugh.
Mercutio, you're supposed to be dead.
Okay.
And now come the stars in the sky.
Phil, go ask Akira Hino for some advice on dark humor.
And now, watch this. The power of the sun.
Oh, the sun heals them. Of course, that makes sense.
No, don't kiss each other. You'll die again.
And they live.
Wait, what?
Somehow were brought back to life by the sun.
Well, I've already expected them to both to live. I mean, this is a family adaptation. They always put stuff like this.
Actually, Pedro, there was like some obscure family adaptation which actually did have them die. Granted, it may not have had the suicide happen, but they at least stay dead.
And now, oh, this guy's still here.
What's he doing? And he eats them.
What the fuck?
And he eats them.
Oh, fuck you.
A female elephant deal with boobs.
Where did that thing even come from?
The goldfish found it.
Where?
I don't
I don't even know what's going on anymore. I think I've lost my sanity. This movie has got more tonal inconsistencies than Spider-Man 3.
That's saying something.
I think we passed that point well before the ending.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna have to agree with Jova. Yeah, like this movie, like Spider-Man 3 is like the master of tonal consistency compared to this movie. Jesus.
And that's it.
Ugh.
And with Comic Sans as the credits.
Oh my god.
Yes! Oh, Gio would just love that, wouldn't he? Ooh,
Daniel
I wonder if
Trippett
there's a
as
snake.
Romeo, okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Patricia Trippett as Juliet, of course. Chip
Weird,
Albers as Mercutio.
I'm guessing the
Wait.
Trippett.
Why is the little ghost still talking?
Yes, Mercutio is supposed to be dead. Get it?
Oh.
Chanel Nibble. Oh, it's
Get it? Kissing fish. Chanel nibbling.
yeah, but the Phil's
Get
daughter.
it? Yep. Oh boy. So yeah, how do you like that? In the credits, they pretty much say, "Oh yeah, people were supposed to die and stay dead, but we decided we'd put a little change on that." So it's not even a matter of trying to hide it from the kids. They outright flatly admit that there's a lot of death and murder and, stuff that goes on in the credits. And it was spoken by the little girl nonetheless.
How charming.
Whew. Oh wow.
Even the thing at the end.
The credits are short.
Da.
Da 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 da.
Ugh.
I don't even.
Ooh, and we end on the cheerful little laughter of Phil's daughter. Okay, I think we have quite a bit to say for our final thoughts. Who wants to go first?
Me.
Go ahead, Wiz.
Wiz.
Well, I've just literally posted a status on SSMB regarding the subject, but for the benefit of those who don't use the site, I shall read it. This movie has so many problems, tonal inconsistencies in every scene, bad acting, a nonsensical plot, and inappropriate music, and others that I don't really care to mention. I got nothing else to say, really. Screw this movie.
This movie broke you, didn't it?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Pedro, let's hear your notes on the matter.
Pretty much, okay. You know what? Sam Raimi, I apologize. I apologize for calling you for calling you dumb with tone. Like, no. Sam Raimi, compared to this movie, Sam Raimi is the master of tonal consistency. I don't.
Wow.
I am just so completely. Again, the pacing and the pacing, direction, and writing and structure of this movie is beyond nonsensical. It's completely brainless. It's like this new movie was clearly made by. Okay, this is Phil. Okay, Phil worked in movies before. He should at least have a basic sense of how films are made, and this felt like it was made by someone who's ever watched a movie in his life.
Hey Pedro, do you get the feeling that Phil Nibbling trying to take on practically every single job when it comes to movie making didn't help?
Oh! I just realised something.
What?
This movie came out the same year as Spider-Man 3.
So basically, 2007 was the year of tonal inconsistencies.
Yeah.
Huh. That kind of makes a lot more sense now that I think about it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Like we said, the plot makes no sense. The characters are blatant flanderizations of the original characters. The comedy relief is not funny. There's a shit ton of filler that didn't need to be here. That's sad because this is a 1 hour and 12-minute movie, and yet somehow it still manages to have filler.
Beautiful, isn't it?
You think a movie this short would at least be. Well, then again, the Alpha and Omega movies also kind of proved that. And
but at least they weren't based off of classical pieces.
I don't even. Yeah. This movie is a piece of garbage. Yes, it looks beautiful for the kind of there are a lot. In fact, I would argue that there are plenty of more expensive hand animated movies that don't look as good as this movie does. I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell that Phil is a fantastic animator, but that's just it. He's an animator.
Yeah.
This movie shows that he doesn't have a single clue about how movies are made. It's terrible.
And how about his voice acting?
It looks pretty, but everything else is terrible. The voice acting is god awful. Go ahead, Jova.
Yeah, okay. I'll quote what Bob Show called this. Beautiful crap. I mean, it's so good to look at, especially for something made, hand-drawn. I mean, he definitely put a lot of work into it. Yeah, that's pretty good. But the issue is that, by trying to take on every other single aspect of movie making, being the editor, writer, and whatnot, and that's the thing. It's like, okay, you want to be a writer, sure, but maybe bring in some fellow writers. I mean,
someone who actually knows what they're doing.
I mean, heck. Even if you had, say, some of your family help you out with it, at least you'd have more than one writer. This is the main issue, I'd say. It's like, well, with him being the head honcho of everything, this movie feels like it definitely could have used more cooks in the kitchen, shall I say. It's like, more people to bounce these ideas off of. For instance, the creepiness factor of having Romeo and Juliet, who look like preteens, not only consulting sex, kissing rapidly, but also doing some rather sensual things behind a waterfall, which you can kind of make out from. It's like, well, I feel that if he had more people consulting him on this, like he did back at Disney, he'd probably have gotten some good advice like, Phil, maybe you should make these two look a bit older so it's a bit more appropriate. Or, Phil, maybe this scene should go after this scene. Or, Phil, maybe the seriousness isn't meshing that well with the comedy at this point. And yes, the singing. As a musician, yeah, what Dwib said. And yes, special mention goes to Phil Nibbling's. Well, I don't mean, okay. Before anyone goes after me like this, I mean no disrespect to Phil Nibbling, his family, or his daughter, but couldn't you at least have gotten them singing lessons? And honestly, I really think, Phil, honestly, I really think that he should have given everyone a script, including the daughter. Look, it can only be cute for so long before it just gets annoying. I mean, okay, Phil Nibbling's daughter is the goldfish is quite possibly the prime example of what happens when you literally let your little kid do whatever they want in a movie. Look, don't get me wrong. Kids can have a lot of good ideas, but that doesn't always mean they're the ones who you should, say, give that much creative freedom in an official piece.
Mm-hmm.
it's like this movie lacks a sense of direction. It lacks a sense of consistent tone. And it's sad that the better moments tend to kind of come off as rip-offs of Disney animation. And yeah, that inclusion of the Titanic as well. What the heck was anyone thinking with that?
We needed
They
filler.
weren't.
Because we have now another animated Titanic movie on our hands.
Oh, great.
Goody,
Okay.
goody.
Shall we just end this now if Jova's finished?
Yes.
Yeah, basically, audience, I hope you enjoyed this psychedelic trip because, oh boy, okay, if I can give this movie one thing, it's one of the ultimate movies to watch if you're on a riffing trip.
Yep.
And if you have some friends to do it with you. It's nice to look at, so I guess you can have that to motivate you as you tear this movie limb from limb. Or if you actually enjoy it, in which case, more power to you.
All right, everybody. So that was Romeo and Juliet sealed with a kiss.
Well,
See you
I
for-
promised you guys a lot of material, and boy, oh boy, did it deliver.
See you for a hopefully better movie.
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, well, no, trust me. Trust me, Romeo and Juliet is fucking Zootopia compared to this. Like, seriously.
Wow. Okay, then.
See ya,
All right,
everybody.
see ya.
See ya.